doing something different this time. We are actually live streaming to both Twitch and to YouTube this time around. Hopefully this stuff is going to work. Quite honestly, I'm not sure if it is or not. Restream.io, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. So, looks like the YouTube stream still is not kicking in for some reason. Twitch is. I don't know what's going on here. So bear with me for a minute while I figure out what is going on here because, quite honestly, it says it's online. It says Twitch is connecting. Why is my YouTube live not saying that I am streaming live? What? I really don't know what's going on here. So, let's, see. It says we got 13 people watching. Let's see what's going on. Primary server. Hello, Nick Temple and Ethermaster. For some odd reason, are you guys actually getting a live stream? Like, because it's not showing up in my... It is not showing up on my stream dashboard. So, I don't know what's going on here at all. Okay, so you guys are actually getting a live stream then. Well, that's interesting. Like I said, I don't know why, for whatever reason, it is not showing up for... Maybe it's under events? Yes, okay. Well, that's interesting. No video, only audio. Should be getting... You should be getting my usual startup here. So, my usual, why is it... Yeah. You can see the stream schedule. That's what you should be seeing. For some odd reason, let's... Why is it streaming to events instead of to YouTube gaming? I don't know. We're gonna have to fiddle with that in a little bit. Let me edit this. I don't... I'm gonna have to keep playing with this, so bear with me here for a second. That explains why we have... yeah. Simulcast live stream number 1. Oh, you gotta love technology because for whatever reason YouTube has like 8 billion live streaming options, and I don't know. I'm sure this won't even show up under YouTube Gaming anymore, which is gonna make me even more aggravated because, quite honestly, it's one of those things. Take me to the live control room here. There we go. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, so we're gonna roll with this for a minute. So if the stream schedule's correct, you're good. Yes. I think people were spy streaming on you. It very well could have been. I honestly don't know. I'm very curious to see how this is going to work because I don't know. We got okay, so we've kicked over to the actual game, so hopefully you guys are seeing the actual game now. We're gonna have to play around with this live stream a little bit better because I don't know what the heck why it's coming over to YouTube events instead of YouTube gaming, which most certainly is going to make it harder for this to actually pop out into the correct live stream pages. So normally with YouTube gaming, it shows it up on the actual gaming page as opposed to that. So now you guys should be seeing, hopefully, God willing, you guys should be seeing the game now. Is that correct? I'm hoping it's correct. It's showing up on Twitch, so we're gonna roll with that. Getting live game footage now. Awesome. Okay, so we're just gonna roll with it. I realize this isn't super ideal, but yeah. Okay, so let's switch back to the stream schedule. Let's start this off the right way, on the right foot. Today is April 21st, 2018, 6 p.m. Central Time, And our next live stream is going to be April 26th, 6 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Times. And hopefully get to see you guys there. It is Saturday, and hopefully by the next one I'm going to have figured out why it is streaming to the events side and not the gaming side of YouTube. But for whatever reason, we're here now. The chat program is most likely not going to work in game, so you won't see the in-game one for this. Restream.io has their own in-game app thing as opposed to Game Labs, or Streamlabs, and so this is going to be it's going to be a work in progress. So hopefully you guys can bear with me as we go through this. It's enough blabbing about all the technical issues. Let's go take the Hood out into combat. Also, the chat, I can see both chats simultaneously through the chat program. So if you guys are watching on Twitch, feel free to comment and I will be able to see you guys as well as the people that are watching from YouTube. So, hello world! Yes. As the people that... Whoa. Okay. No, I didn't want to... What the heck? Live control room. So Hood is an interesting little battle cruiser. And, I think, you know, as far as ships go, a lot of people really don't like Hood for whatever reason. And I really like it, personally. But yes, oh god, 2 CVs. Upside, we have the Uber rockets. Wait a minute, where are they? There's one of them. All the way up front. There's another one. There's another one. Okay, so they are there. Those rockets were actually really bad in real life and didn't work very well. So, jokes on the Royal Navy. When are we going to get a face cam? You really don't want to see a face cam. You would most likely vomit. Hello, Andrew Athena. Welcome. Sunday? It's not Sunday. It's Saturday. Unless you're, you know, on the other side of the international date line or whatever. It's Saturday on my computer. Don't confuse me like that. Easy for me to get lost. I don't see Hood anywhere in the premium shop. You know, I don't know if she's for sale or not. I honestly haven't looked at the shop in a while. Okay. So, Hood is kind of an interesting battle cruiser in that she does get defensive fire, but it only works on those UP rockets, which are nearly useless, and they have a range of like 1.4K. Nicholas Akatsuki. Nice part about this ship, though, is it does have pretty good armor when angled. It's really not very good when not angled, so angling is the key. And I just completely whiffed that Nicholas like it was my day to whiff Nicholas. Pocahontas says, keep up the good work, you're the best WoW streamer. A pity the internet at the hotel we're staying at is slow. Catch you on YouTube tomorrow. Awesome. Oop, lost spotting. Okay, we're gonna switch ourselves over and try our best not to Notser. That was on Twitch, by the way, that Pocahontas said that. Oi! Yeah! How about them apples? Going all battlecruiser on you. So, kind of circling, waiting for our team to do things. We're trying to support Admiral Scheer here. There's a strange twist of irony when, you know, Royal Navy Battleship is supporting the Admiral Scheer, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Personally, I think that's going to be a bad day for that Nicholas. I'll take it. 4.5K, that's pretty solid. All of this while angling away to try and prevent ourselves from getting Lol Citadel. That is one downside to the ship, is it does take damage if not angled. Nicholas torpedoes are short range. I think they're 5.5K or 6K maybe, but... Yep. Love your comments in video. Ah, cool. And Dead Nicholas? No! 494 hit points left, of course. The Akatsuki is going to end up killing him. No! Do not let him go! Get him! You're welcome. Jeez. Possibly the Twitch chat may have your Twitch SN screen name. That would be under UrPeaceKeeper. Alright, so since there are no DDs over here, and we finally have battleships that seem halfway competent, or at least halfway engaged, let's go back towards the middle area here so that we can bring our guns to bear on this Duke of York. And, it will make his life a little bit more miserable. He's turning out. He's doing things that I love seeing battleships do. And, you know, Hood is not particularly stealthy as far as battleships are concerned. But it's reasonable. Oh, he's firing AP even. Battle cruiser operational. Ouch. That definitely hurt. And that was AP, and I was even angled. It's a good thing I have a detonation flag on, otherwise we probably would have gotten detonated. Good jokes. I've got them. Extra points for tactical Notzer. Oh, man. You're funny, now go to Gulag. Jeez and Pete's! 9K! Meanwhile, the 16-inch gunned battleship gets jack and diddly squat for damage. The water shit is okay, it's balance. We're gonna try our best to get all battle cruisery on this Fusu. Hey! Oh! Meanwhile, Duke of York is still being a pain. Oh, hey, yeah, somebody please kill that thing. Alright, while the Akatsuki is making her way around this bend, we're gonna go ahead and we're just, whoop! For one, we're gonna fully John Cena it, and dun, 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 dun. Oh look, Shiratsuyu. Well, that's awesome. Where's the camo showing it's sinking spectacularly? Oy, oy, oy. No! No. Keep spotting the Shiratsuyu. Where? There he is. Torpedoes in the water! And full-on retreat mode. How about 5,700 damage for your troubles? Look, another ship prone to detonations. Mutsu. So, Mutsu's story is kind of interesting. They think a disgruntled sailor decided he was just gonna aloha snack bar and take out the ship while it was sitting in port. Detonated in port. Rip Shiratsuyu. So there's actually a really funny joke in the Kankole manga about Mutsu, Hibiki, Akatsuki, Inazuma, and what was the other one? Forget what the Akazuchi were playing soccer and threw the ball at Mutsu and she catches it and she goes, "What? Did you think I was going to explode?" And as she was bending over to pick up the ball again, I think it was Hibiki pokes her and she explodes. It's just kind of random funnies. Duke of York is coming in, so let's take him out. Well, at this angle, the chances of us taking anything out in Hood is pretty slim. Let's switch this over since I know everyone. Hang on one second. Oy. Just trying to get somebody that's trapped over on the YouTube gaming side of this to get him back over to the correct channel to enjoy this live stream. What? That broke on his belt? Well, that was rude. You're supposed to blow the bloody doors off? Okay. Yes, leave the Hood alone. It's only the ugliest ship I have ever had the disprivilege of sailing. And I just pissed off every person from the UK that's watching this stream right now. It is all good to worry. She's not as beautiful as American Battleship, but it's not as ugly as Russian cruisers. Oh man. All right. So let's where is my? I wish it's on the live control room. See, and this is what I'm talking about. We went from averaging 100 a stream to 59, 56 is our current viewership right now. How crazy! I know. India 3BN2MAR over on Twitch says, I nominate Peacekeeper for UK ambassador. I don't think that they would appreciate that too much. I mean, I think it would be funny, but what do I know? I'm just some guy on the internet. She looks so weird, so boxy with so much wasted space. Well, yeah. I mean, think about that for a minute. That's kinda... I don't know. Oh, Ether's trolling both YouTube and Twitch right now. Ooh. Might actually get some Nope, we way underled them. There is one, you know, this is one nice aspect about this ship is you do have 30 knots at tier 7, which is really quick. It really allows you to go there. Oh, we got Lil Will over there too. Holy cow. Play October Revolution. That's one fine looking ship. He's one fine balance boat, Tovarish. We need to get into this battle a little bit. Where are their battleships? We got a Scharnhorst all the way up there, and then we got a King George V that's... We don't wanna blow our defensive fire because it doesn't work at this range. RIP. So Hood's fuses on the AP shells are crazy. Hello, Shadowcat. Hello, Dr. Lancerman. Is that like Evo Lancer? Or Lancer Evo? Yeah, it would be Lancer Evo. This ship should never be able to fire from stealth. The thing is huge. You by chance have the new Astoria available to play? I've been wondering if it's competitive in its tier, as it's currently awful at tier 8. Or is it not yet okay to stream Astoria? I am not a community contributor, so any test ships that are in this game, I cannot live stream. So, yes, I do have Astoria. No, I cannot play it. So that's kind of a downside to the current... kind of the downside to my current arrangement, but, where we're at. You're the UK ambassador, just don't talk with a Russian accent. Poor Cleveland. There's no such thing as a poor Cleveland. That ship, I love the Cleveland to death, but it really is very strong for its tier. I'm trying to... How close can we get... Our AA guns don't kick in until 6K. 6K! Katsuki trying to make her run in. Nettie. I got no problem shooting at you, homie. Homie? Oh, for Pete's sakes! Why are the... What? 3K! The 40mm pom-poms are supposed to do things at 3K. And the dudes were out just like... I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what? So we're starting off at least with an interesting battle. Ring. And their ranger, wow, we only need one more, we only need one kill. Shardhorst is so far away. Soon. Yes! Snuck him over the island. Needs more detonation. I flubbed a lot of shots. Probably will flub that one too. One. No! Don't cap! Oh. Oof. We could have won that. But by golly, I'm glad we didn't. Oh, hey. Torpedoes to starboard. Oh! Oh! Hey! Jerk! I did not say that you could shoot your torpedo bombers at me. Please go away. Ah! Slow down. Turn, baby, turn. Woo! Yes! Last salvo! No. Dang it! Well, we started off in a not halfway bad game. Did someone say Ajax? You just triggered every single UK person watching the stream asking for premium. You know, the last premium UK ship that we got that was a cruiser happens to be one of the most overpowered cruisers in the game. Can we get some live stream luck here? I don't know. What will happen? No, it didn't. Of course not. Well, victory! Yes, we did some colonizing there. Some speed flags. Those were needed. Someone was asking for Błyskawica, but nah, I'm good. It's really not my favorite destroyer in the whole wide world. I think I'd rather play, you know, like a Nicholas. Also not my favorite ship in the game. It has been a while since we've taken Shimakaze or Yugamo or any Japanese destroyer out. We want to take out a Katsuki or Shikaze. Let's take out a Katsuki. Give me the repulse. Nah. You do not get repulse. You go to Gulag. Alrighty then. Akizuki would be a fun one to play, but you know, my only problem with Akizuki is that she's such a finicky ship. I just... not really my favorite. I really want to know why Restream... We're waiting for this to load. YouTube Gaming. Yes, I already did this. Add new channel, YouTube Gaming. Is that what I did? Oh, I bet I know what happened. I could probably fix it, but I think I know what's going on. This will get fixed for the next live stream, I promise you. You're the one who play for fun. I'm looking forward to watch you stream. Awesome. Well, yes, lady intensifies. Netty, 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 netty. I have that on my soundboard, but it's not up right now. We are in a, yes, excellent match. Well, kind of. There's only 3 battleships. Farragut and Sims are off going to the south to do destroyer things. I suppose we should go and help help this Pan-Asian destroyer whom I'm not going to attempt to butch. Are we ever going to see Mikhail Kutuzov tonight? As it is balanced boat. We might. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not a big Kutuzov fan or Kutuzov fan. It's just kind of one of them boats that I just... Like a lot of the Russian cruisers, I don't get along with it very well. But that's... That's just me. I think I think the ship is fine. I think it has its issues. Don't get me wrong. But I could have swore I did all this one before. Yeah, that's fine. Did the stream get interrupted on YouTube? Shouldn't have. Bring up my chat again, because otherwise it's bad. It's just a bigger pay fast. No, it's not nearly as versatile as pay. Wow, their whole team is going to the south? Alright, well. Let's just say I get less than 3 salvos in the time it takes you to reload torpedoes. All the planes by me, fair enough. I mean, BB, but I screwed myself last battle. They're torping me! Well, yeah. I would be launching torpedoes at you too. I am detected. Not by that ship. Not by the Nicholas. Not by the Mahan. I don't know what's a Kotnik. Oi! Speaking of balance boat. Being outspotted by an Akotnik is probably the single most insulting thing in the world. I feel obligated to point that out. That ship should not be able to outspot anything, but here it is. That's okay. The Elephant Lady is not having his stuff right now. Netty. Oh, go after the Janeway, Jianwei, however the heck you say it, Jianwei. No, I am too elephant for you to dive bomb. Shoo. I will shoot down your aircraft because this is how I work. Miss me! Oh, he did actually hit me once. Our Furutaka committing suicide by YOLO rushing the Ochotnik. In hindsight, I probably should have put torpedoes into that guy. Yeah, see, their whole team went to the south. Like, why? Why? This is probably going to be one of those games, I have a feeling. I had a CV cross-drop me today in my New York, and I sneaked my way through all of them. Well, if you happen to run into one in I'm guessing it was a tier 5, which means it's going to be English. Use my words. Which means it is going to be one of those ships that it doesn't have the auto drop. That's all it has is auto dropping. Hello, Achotnik. Ooh, Alba there. Do a little bit of throttle jockeying to play with him. Rip my rudder. I don't know what ripped my rudder, but something ripped it. And how did I shoot down an airplane? Ethermaster is asking over on Twitch, how did I shoot down an airplane? The answer to that is simple. She's an elephant lady, and she is always trying to prove that she is worth her reputation as being the most balanced boat in the game. Very balanced, very elephant. Would much enjoy a premium Hibiki because, you know, reasons and stuff. Those are really worthless torpedoes, and I might actually accidentally torpedo the Sims, but it'll be worth it, I promise. Yeah, especially since the Alba is starting to come out. Boo! Normally I'd get close, like, if I was in a US destroyer like that Sims, I would have no problems YOLO rushing a broadside Alba. Just Citadel it to death. RIP. Well, interesting. I guess we'll get our Elephant Lady gunboating on, because really don't have anything else. Netty. Oh, come on. Yes. Still detected. She's the 5th elephant? No. I think actually Hibiki in order of them, I think she was the 2nd, because I think Akazuchi and Inazuma were the 3rd and 4th. Omiji, I ain't got no problems gunning you down. I will do it. I have gunned down Atlantas in this thing in direct contrast to history. And I have 0 problems doing it. And your 4K, 6K, whatever it is, torpedoes don't frighten me one iota. Rip that Cleveland for trying to shoot at me. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Of course. Right when torpedoes are about to make contact, some glorious Tovarish steals my kill. Apparently, this is how this is going to work. We don't want to hang out here too long. We got a Cleveland that's rushing in. Oh, rush beast, here he comes. Turning out in a way. Switch to AP. Well, I'll show you the reasons why Japanese destroyer AP is unreliable and the reasons why I don't enjoy, shooting at broadside cruisers in it. 880 damage when I can do over 1,000 with the HE on this thing? Yeah, no thanks. Well, there was 1,400. I've seen verse. Might as well get rolling here anyway. Our torpedoes are up and there are battleships over there for us to shoot at. Maybe we'll get to sneak this kill, I don't know. But we do need to get back anyway because there is enemy ships in our cap. Yes! Oof. 5th Elephant is a Terry Pratchett book? Oh, what? Did you just cuss at me? I think you just cussed at me. Netty? Like Ned Beatty? Ned Beatty? Ned Beatty should have definitely gotten, like 8 billion awards for his role in Deliverance. That was no kill secure. That's just rude. Calling that a kill secure. Something tells me Mr. New York is in for a bad day. We should probably pay attention as well, but, yeah. Not going to help. You're only going to eat more torpedo this way. Goodbye? And thanks for all the fish. Blin. Second set did not work out nearly as well. Well, we shall continue. Katsuki. Niet. She did. It's really this Emile Bertin that is really the most concerning out of all of these. This giant, however the heck you say it, is really, really annoying. I think we can successfully cross-torp, Mr. We're gonna save a set, though. Launch it short. Yes, we should have saved it. He ate a torpedo, so if we can get a fire, we can get it to stick. And I think we're gonna get 1 torpedo anyway. Maybe 2. Depends on how we can get him to turn, if we can get him to turn. Rip, you That flood is sticking, so a lot. Oh, they capped us out. How did what? 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 Oh, come on. Oh. Well, that's just insulting. Nobody bothered to shoot at, apparently. Wait a minute. Nope. Go back. Apparently nobody bothered to shoot at. There were no destroyers that were left. It was the Emile Bertin and the Gneisenau that were in the cap. All they had to do is shoot at one of those two, and they would have succeeded. I wasn't paying attention enough to the minimap to truthfully know which one was which, but, it makes you wonder. So, okay, let's see, where are we at? Where is this? Yes, okay, we got plenty of time here. Let's keep going. After Gulag, you go for you, Dimitri. Well, you know, that's one of them things where it really is, it is a lot of fun to play, but man, like, oof. Some days I don't like enemy teams. So let's go play, let's go play the Okhotnik, and let's see if we can't troll some enemy ships. Eh? I don't think it's another potato weekend. At least I'm not potatoing. I don't think I'm potatoing. We've had some pretty decent back-to-back games. Oh yes. Of course, we will be one of 2 tier 5s in this match, and there are carriers. Should have known better. I'm sure at least I'm a little better than I used to. Well, that's good. Hopefully, hopefully you guys that are watching this are actually getting, you know, getting some good information and enjoying the live stream. I think I've got better detection than all of the destroyers in this match. That's going to be our only saving grace, by the way. I'm really hoping that they get super excited about pushing hard and heavy, and I can just torpedo all the things. Yes, here we are, Okhotnik. This is, it says Imperial, but I think the ship was also not Imperial. Player base has been getting worse since closed beta. I was in closed beta, so yes. I don't think the player base is getting worse. Imperial Shock Trooper was asking what my opinion is on it getting worse. I don't think it's necessarily that it's getting worse. I think that the ships and the actual amount of variation in them makes it harder for people to specialize and figure out certain aspects of ships. For instance, Russian destroyer line. Been in the game for a very long time. Stats are mostly stabilized on it. However, if you start doing kind of like the math and look at it on like warships.today, you'll find that a lot of players, the average stats are much higher than other ships. So that's because they're very easy to play. Now contrast that with the Japanese destroyers. Well, Japanese destroyers are almost universally hated, even though they're one of the stronger they're one of the stronger destroyer lines in the game, in my opinion, because they have very strong torpedoes. Yes, the torpedoes get spotted from further out, but it's still a very, very strong line, and I don't see any reason why they should be. But anyway, with so many variations in ships, it's very hard to jump into a line and play it extremely well. And I remember this to a limited extent in closed beta, when the US destroyers had, like, the Fletcher literally had 6.4k torps. That was, or no, it was 9, maybe it was like 8 or something like that. Anyway, it was very short-range torpedoes. Did not have a whole lot of torpedo range, and you basically had to suicide rush with them. The 4.5k torps that are on the Sims now are what most of the US destroyer line had forever. And I mean like forever. It wasn't until open beta that got changed. So there is some changes that have been made, but even in closed beta, people really struggled to figure out all of the various little niche aspects of certain ships, even when there was only the US line and the Japanese line to figure out. Things are a little bit more clear-cut. Today they're a lot less clear-cut, and I think that makes some people a little bit little bit more hesitant to try different things, if that makes sense. Personally, I don't have a problem with it. I personally think that it's a lot of fun to play this game and have so many varied ships in it. Mr. Cleveland, how are you? Oh, 5.5K? Okay. Whatever it is. Good night, Shadowcat. Have a good one, man. Thanks for coming out to the live stream. Sorry again that it's all jacked up. That'll be fixed for the next one, I promise. I figured out what the problem was. That's because Restream.io has some really goofy, really goofy, absolutely goofy, we'll call them what, oh, frack me. No, go away, Belfast. Shoo, shoo. Shoo, shoo. We're so close to getting into torpedo range with this. Ugh. I think. Oh, he's turning in. We're gonna launch him. He's 6.4K out, but here's the thing to remember. It's gonna be close. If he decides to turn in, I think we'll be able to get him. If he doesn't, well, it'll be kind of rough. Seriously, team? Oh, yeah. Our team is about ready to potato and lose. Because they rushed down mid. Ugh! I'm gonna be really, really pissed if we lose this match right off the bat because they rushed mid and no one decided to attack. Nope, New Mexico is, the New Mexico is now currently making the turn that I was hoping he would make. But unfortunately, I don't know that we're actually going to be able to launch torpedoes and have them hit. I also don't want to hang around here too long if I can avoid it. 7K. He's slow, though. Screw it. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm really hoping that they've reset the cap, so if nothing else, the death of all of our ships at their hands are going to be interesting. Those might make it. Nope. Ran short. Well, Shazbot. I don't know why this Belfast hasn't popped radar yet. I'm not going to complain, especially since he just saw torpedoes. You would think that that would be like... Aw. Oh, how did this happen? Doesn't matter now, but... Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Rip me. I don't think we're going to hit him with any of them. Yeah, they ran out of juice. I gave him smoke, unfortunately, to sit in. He's just far enough out of range. It's hard to truthfully get... hard to truthfully get good, accurate comparisons here. Okay. Put Tiers... Was wünschen Sie? What? That's why it's all screwed up. Okay. So turning back around here... Would really, really like to have spotting on Belfast, but as you can see, there is smoke in them thar hills. You know what that means. He's used his radar. Means it is time. We will probably end up spotting him just in time for him to hydro us and us to die. I'm guessing he's going to... Oh, you shit, wasted! Boy! Well, I guess we will be turning very aggressively. And playing the WASD game. Oi! Blien! Need that. Not enough torpedoes hit! We are back into the pain! I'm dead. I am 10 to 1 says I'm dead. How? How? You know what we're gonna... Oh, no, 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 no. Bad aircraft. Nope, dead. Oh! Are you kidding? Yeah, now I might be dead. Yeah, there's... We're hoping that maybe, just maybe, but I doubt it. Nope, his hydro. Oh! Gosh damn, that silly balance boat is super annoying. And to think, he wasn't there. And this is what happens when we don't support our DDs. This is what happens when I overextend. Well, we tried to make our best out of our Okhotnik trip. Let's go ahead and go back to port. I don't know about pure Soviet skill, but there's something there. So again, sorry for my YouTube viewers still trying to figure out Restream.io. I think I've got it figured out for the next live stream, so hopefully we will be able to simulcast both. I will also get the chat working again so that we have chat for both of them up. I think right now, I think it's not displaying any chat at all, and that's because the app that I was using to pull the chat stuff from YouTube Gaming, it doesn't pull stuff from the YouTube, what's the word I'm looking for here? It doesn't pull stuff from YouTube events, it only pulls it from YouTube Gaming, so, that's why. Okay, DD went down harder than the Berlin Wall. Yeah, that's true. So we'll play Baltimore because this is hopefully another good one. You don't get it working, I'll see you in court, sir. It'll get working, I promise you. I promise you. Thankfully, it seems like everybody has at least managed to pick up that we were over on the events page. We've got 74 people watching currently on YouTube events. Again, sorry about that. Trying to simulcast and not having terribly good luck. Looks like we got about 16 over on the Twitch. So welcome to those. If you guys are new to this live stream and you would like more information, check out the description to both of these. There's a link to the Discord server where if you need help with anything, you want to division up with people, you just want people to chat with, check out the Discord server. Link is in the description. There's also a link there to my Streamlabs page if you would like to make donations. Obviously, those are not required. It's there for those that ask. So, and by no means feel obligated. By the way, the map is Okinawa, and this map makes me want to gouge my eyes out. Wargaming, this nonsense sucks. Stop. This map had potential. It's a very beautiful map, not with this skybox, but it's a very beautiful map. However, why is it this map was catering to one freaking audience? I can tell you that right now. And this is the US Battleship, or not the US, this is the North American server Battleship crap where everybody sits in the back and snipes. That's the only way this map is played with any decency. If you're a destroyer, this is like heyday. If you're a cruiser, this is nothing but a mess. I would rather play old Tears of the Desert than play this map. Was that a reference to Arlie Ermy? No, if I was going to reference Arlie Ermy, I would just directly quote him. But I don't want to be confused with, you know, making threats against Wargaming employees. The last thing I want to do is have them, you know, come down hard on me or anything like that. Yeah, and that's... You're exactly right, Siggy-sen. It's really, 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 really annoying to be on this map with the openness of it. Honestly, having this map be ocean would have been a better use, in my opinion. And of course, there's a Montana on this side of the islands that I'm trying to sneak up to. Fantastic, because that is going to end well for me, so we're just going to turn and run. There is no point in me hanging out up here. Neither one of these destroyers are likely to lay smoke, and even if they do, those ships are going to be so freaking close. Well, that was kind of a wasted radar. I mean, unless he decides to suddenly turn in. Oh, he's turning out. That works too. Should probably switch to HE, though. Oh, look, his torpedoes. And now it's time to turn out and away. Detonation! Dang it. Nope, we're gonna eat a torpedo, actually. Of course we do. Because if you're a destroyer on this match, or in this map, you get all the perks, none of the disadvantages. I'm really tempted to go to where we're not supposed to go, by the way, which is... Oh. Hello to you too, Mr. Hindenburg. I will shoot at you back. There we go. So now we're gonna kite, because this is all that we can do on this map, and pray. Kite and pray, kite and pray. Would love to have this Hindenburg just spontaneously combust. USHE on their heavy cruisers at this tier is beyond lackluster. And now he's backing up even, so we're not even going to be able to engage him any longer. Meanwhile, he will most assuredly be able to engage me. Because, you know, reasons. All of their cruisers are broadside and on the other side of the map. At least we're no longer detected, so let's turn ourselves back around. See if we can't maybe get over towards where their cruisers are at and survive. Got ocean yesterday. I can remember why I hate it now. Land Warrior, you actually decided to show up. That's nothing short of a freaking miracle. I think it's done for now. I have to save up for account gaming laptop. Ah, I don't blame you. You don't have a decent computer. It's definitely worth having. They are one of the better investments you can make if gaming is your shtick. I would highly recommend buying one, especially if you're a jalapeno on the shtick. Edinburgh. USNAP takes forever to travel these distances. Look at that. Look at that flight time on the left side of the thing there. 10 seconds just to get there. Do 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 do. It hits like a truck when it does get there. You gotta get it there. And the Edinburgh is opening up just in time to eat that Citadel. We're gonna keep engaging him because I think we can get him killed. You try to slow down, now you go to Gulag. We're playing the WASD game because, oh, somebody else gets killed, of course. This is how this game works. In Soviet Russia, you get sent to Gulag. Ah, you thought I was going to make some funny joke. You're wrong. USN AP rounds always throw me off with how long it takes to travel. Yeah, it always throws me off too, but for entirely different reasons. Mostly because I know how they travel. It's just I'm so used to shooting all the other nations' cruisers' guns, and they seem to not have this shelf flight time problem nearly as bad. We're gonna pop our radar, maybe, just maybe, before we sneak into this smoke here. Smoke on the water. WASD hacks. New Orleans getting screwed. That's a mistake. New Orleans getting down-tiered or up-tiered, I think. Does somebody mind allowing me to shoot at things? I am, after all, the cruiser that's fighting this match in open water. And about to be exposed while broadside. Always awkward. Never fun. What? Keep turning. Just keep turning. Just keep turning. Woof. That Montana is bad news. And I am broadside to way too many ships. Hey! And that DD probably thought that AP from a US cruiser is probably not going to do much in the way of damage. While angled, joke's on you. In America, you send Soviet Russia to Gulag. In Soviet Russia, it sends you to Gulag. Yeah, there's an element of truth to that too. All things. We're just gonna keep swimming here. Thankfully, they seem more content shooting at everything else but me. So we'll just keep shooting at whatever we can get guns onto. Hopefully delaying as best we possibly can while we wait for our team up north to finally figure out that they need to actually push around and do something. I definitely don't recommend being too aggressive here, but oh, we're out of range. Oh, we have a Gascon on our team even. Whoa. Firing from stealth, that's dirty. I'm moving just forward, just fast enough that this Conqueror isn't detecting me when I shoot. That's kind of funny. It's really kind of sad, actually. Is it kind of funny, or is it kind of sad? Dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. We're trying to get our copyright issues, you know. We're trying to boost our likelihood of getting sued for copyright infringement. There goes Land Warrior with his your face jokes. Like they're funny. Something. We have enemy destroyer trying to send ships to Gulag. Hey. Well, at least I got a fire off on this Conqueror. He burned his repair. Let's WASD YOLO the heck out of Dodge. Turn, baby, turn. It's not gonna matter with the... Oh, the key. Oh, we are lucky. Battle cruiser key is very rude. Conqueror shooting AP? What is this nonsense? Does he not know that in what? Please enjoy my rounds. Sincerely, America. Just focus. Oh, we're whoa. That's gonna hurt him more than it's gonna hurt me. Good night. I will take my kill and I will enjoy it. Thank you. So our team is finally doing things. It's been kind of fun and interesting. We're out of targets to shoot at though. Because U.S. just, cruiser range is screwy. That key is running away. We've got 62,000 damage. We are not out of this fight completely yet. However, I suspect we are being stalked by one of those pesky little destroyer things. An underage boat, some people say. There's Shima, we have Gearing, we have Fletcher. We need to deal with all of them. I would like to buy a Dodge like that for $1. Dodge like what? Like my torpedoes? Ah, pfft. Ah, pfft. Okay, so, if I were a destroyer, where would I be? How about right there? And how about broadside nonetheless? Hey, buddy. That's a pretty sweet fire you got on board. Sure would be a shame if I, sunk you. Give me the kill. Thank you. That gearing was spotted, too. That was kind of a needed kill. Oh! No, turn, Baltimore! Yeah! Torpedo beats! Oi! More! And even more torpedo beats! Nice. Oh, the key missing me. Yeah. But it helps to be in glorious battle. Oh, scheisse. We are the only ships left of this this whole thing. There are no battleships remaining. You are our last. Nice. Chungmu with clutch smoke. Except for there's a gearing over there. I know that there's a gearing involved in this. That very well could be the death of me. 2 fires, though. Pretty close, yeah. Saw that one coming. Definitely saw that one coming. If we can get shots off on this freaking Montana and get him on fire or get him flooding. Yes! Flood! Gearing! Oh, Nikes. I am not going to be able to help him out at all. Yep. There he goes. I am glad that we are not hanging out in the smoke too long. The only problem is we need to focus now on this key because he's so freaking close. We're gonna hit, I think we're gonna hit the 100k damage mark, but the problem that we're gonna run into is that I'm literally not going to have any way to handle all of this crap currently. Gearing, Shimakaze is really low on health. This key is really good. Wow, Minnow got him. Nice. Okay. That Shimakaze is in a really bad place because I can't help him at all. And he is being chased down by all sorts of things. I mean, shooting at the gearing wasn't going to do me any good. He's simply too far away to really do much. Instead, what I am going to do is we're going to work this island angle on this Montana because if we don't, we're dead well, the match is over. It doesn't matter. This is why capping is necessary! Ah. Yes. Alright, well, that is end of this battle. Except for game is not loading. End battle screen. Apparently we don't get to see the end battle screen. Apparently that battle somehow didn't count. Well, there it goes. Okay, 99,711 damage, 2 kills. Top of our team. We tried as good as we... wow, 1.1 million potential damage in a US heavy cruiser on a map like this that's so open. Wow. I'll take it. I'll take it. I hate it when the game does that. Yes, it's terrible. Wish they would fix it. So let's see. What do we have here? We have 2 destroyer, 1 battleship, 1 cruiser battle. Wonder what we shall do next. Let's... want to do that, or do I want to do a different battleship? Do I have Lyon set up? No, of course not. Why not? We will take Richelieu out. I think Richelieu has sat for too long and needs to get some attention. Richelieu is a fantastic battleship and one of my favorites in the game. Play Hipper. Hipper wants to play Hipper. Yes. We don't have France in the game anymore. It's République. That is a fantastic ship. Of course we're in a tier 10 match. On the upside, in this tier 10 match, is a Pensacola on the enemy team. And there are near 0 destroyers. So, we can bow camp, and we can enjoy all of our fun battles. However, we need to watch out for our turrets, because we do not know how to make angled face armor. It's also not made in Soviet Russia. CCCP. Alsace is a... it's a good ship too. I like it. It's Richelieu, but with an extra turret. But it really is quite strong. I think what we'll do, because you know, bow camp, ultimate and bow camping sheep, is we will go ahead and we will charge our we'll charge an island here and see if maybe we can't keep a torpedo shield between us and them. We might actually go up to the north side of this where the bow is currently pointing and kind of face off in this direction. Hopefully finding all sorts of things going off in this direction. One interesting aspect of those, there's plenty of people that are wondering, and I know you're super impatient about this. I do not spec my French battleships for secondaries. And the reason why is not necessarily because Richelieu does not actually have good secondaries, but because Richelieu, the secondaries are concentrated in the wrong location. They're all concentrated at the back end of the ship, and the ship primarily sits bow forward. Now, what about the high tier ones, Alsace and République? They have very good secondaries that are all the way around, right? Yeah, they do. But you know what I've found is that it's not worth losing the concealment bonus from Concealment Expert to get manual fire control for secondaries. Plus, as you saw, it kind of saved my bacon there in dealing with the that Yue Young in that that video that I posted with the channel update. By the way, for those of you watching on Twitch, I don't know if it's on the description or not. I can't remember if I put it in there or not. This is UrPeaceKeeper with Whiskey's Gaming Lounge on YouTube, and if you're looking for how to play videos and stuff like that, highly recommend you check out that channel. A lot of really good videos there. In my opinion, there's a lot of really good videos there for you to check out for help on all sorts of things. And of course, I do have a Discord server as well. Information for that, I know for a fact, is in the description to the video on Twitch. So check that out. Check those out if you want. There's updates posted in all of the locations there. with all sorts of great content. I'm not biased. Yes, it's my own content. Wow, we are WASD trolling the heck out of the enemy right now. Okay, so one thing I'm finding with, well, I found, and I know I've said it before, and I said it the first one, Richelieu and Lyon and Normandy and Bretagne were all part of the missions. The guns on the French battleships have really high muzzle velocity, and thus they are really finicky about your aim point. Otherwise, they get really wide dispersion. And so it's critical that you not overlead your targets if you can avoid it, because overleading will obviously lead to lots of misses. And as you can see there, you know, we were 5 at 16K. 5 lead on this. Oh, that's not very much. A 5 lead at 16K with these is like, if this was in Iowa, we would have been like at about a 9, 8, somewhere in that range. If we were in North Carolina, it would have been like 14. We would have been like, yep, gonna hit that Bismarck now. Anyway, so we're gonna move into here. Normally this is not a fantastic idea, but I am all about YOLO rushing right now. So we're just gonna we're rushing B, as the Russians would say, rush B, yet, but trying to keep this family friendly here. Aye, Leon, on fire. Starting this fire. Too soon, Junior. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. Or it'll just be 4 overpens and we won't get anything but 4 overpens. That stinks. We're gonna get just close enough to this North Carolina to not have our turrets get completely and utterly shreked. Thank you. Ultimate bow camper. And hopefully we'll get some decent damage out of those. Yeah, we'll let the secondaries do their work. Oh, there's a Republique over here as well. Oh, and an Henri. Hello, monsieur. It is time for you to come home. I would like to say hello. Achtung! And we're gonna miss because he's backing up. Fantastic. I love it. Who doesn't love it? Let's miss the broadside cruiser. Ouch! Those Henri guns, they are powerful. Republique also adding her insults to injury. And even more damage. I think actually we're gonna sit just at the right angle here, so that when Henri comes out, we can address him. Well, he's not gonna come around that island. We'll just shoot at the Republique. Achtung! A little bit of German thrown in with my French. Kind of the same thing at the end of the day when you think about it. We've been conquered by them like 4 times. Did I say that out loud? Well, I pissed off all of the English, the English in this live stream, so I guess it's time to piss off the French. Let's see if we can. Viva Russia! Oi. Don't think so. Achtung! Eat it. I'll take it. Not the best amount of damage I've ever had in my life. Definitely being trolly here with the guns. We're no longer detected, but Bismarck. Make sure to piss everyone off so that it's equal. But who does not like my jokes? They are funny. I promise. Hey, we found ourselves some German sausage there. Arakaze has smoke, but I'm not expecting him to deploy it, because that would be insane, in my opinion. However, that Henri is being a bit of a butthead back there. Ah, screw it. YOLO. 10k while angled. Rip him. He's shooting HE at me. Please start that fire. We didn't start the fire. It's always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. Yeah, there you go. There's that second fire. Oh, you want to play the secondary game? I can play this game too. We are French, but we can play this game. We have our secondaries. Oh, so he's gonna try and ram. No! No! You have been denied. Sailing away. Really? Really? Screw you, Henri. Turn in. Yes, those are launched short intentionally. Enjoy that damage. Henri is freaking ridiculously annoying right now, and there isn't a dang thing I can do to avoid all of the damage that I'm currently taking. I am taking it literally from every source possible. And I have no... Yeah, we're done. We're dead. One last salvo. Maybe get this one off. Ah. And we missed with both of the... Oh, we got him with that one. We broke 100k. Line... Oh, Line Thrasher? That was the Henri, if I remember correctly. Yep. HE spam is real. Yes, we are now French fries. The French laugh and accent is killing him. Oh. I just get annoyed while being on fire the entire match when I do play battleships is all. But yeah, people need to be more selective with their ammo. That's what Siggy Sen is saying. I would even go as far as to say, Siggy, that the British battleships actually have very good AP as well, for the most part. There are a couple of them that actually have really good AP, and a couple of them that the AP is kind of so-so. Nelson, if you can catch a broadside cruiser or broadside battleship, the AP on it absolutely wrecks face. It's usually in a really tight cluster, so that also helps. However, not always a guarantee. Whoa. You just throw the camera around like it's going out of style. So, anyway, let's see here. Yeah, but, anyway, it can be very, very hard to, get used to get used to the idea of switching ammo types. But, as you saw with that Henri, basically, well, he even admitted in chat that he got a Citadel, but he was close range, so that definitely helped him out a lot there. Being close range and having a very, very good AP pen, second only to Moskva, and that also really helps. And Moskva can definitely Citadel battleships pretty much all day long. And there's the end of the match, yeah. Whew. I say a 15-inch shell ricocheted off a funnel. Oh, man. Yeah, it's kind of... It's interesting, but I don't know. I think that was a pretty decent game for Richelieu. We did our best, 2.1 million potential damage. We put ourselves into kind of a bad position in the middle, but we made it work for the most part, so I'm not going to say that it was a complete waste. We learned that we do not do well against broadside only. Only definitely does very good at taking us out of the fight. Okay, so let's need cruiser. So I'm going to take out Graf Spee. This is time for more German. Make sure. Oh, yeah, we definitely have the Hindenburg captain on there. He's 19 points. We've got all of the flags running that we possibly can. Let's go. 15-inch overpen on a DD should cause some flooding, Mr. Irritation says on Twitch. They actually tested this out a long time ago in Alpha, and it was the most ridiculously overpowered thing ever. I mean, imagine being in a destroyer and getting your engine taken out by, let's say, a secondary on a battleship. So you burn your damage control party, then he hits you with a battleship shell, and now you're flooding. Given how much damage flood damage does, I don't know that I would necessarily want flood damage to be caused due to overpens below the waterline. I think it would be really overpowered. They would have to change the flooding mechanic and include, you know, compartmentalization or something like that in order to really make it worthwhile. And I just don't see that as being a good idea. One interesting thing, by the way, I've been messing around with every time they have a open or closed, I guess it's technically a closed beta test on War Thunder ships, the Knights of the Sea. I've been popping in there and playing it occasionally. Interesting to note that the Knights of the Sea has what is best called X-ray vision. They actually compartmentalize the ships internally, like each section has the hitboxes and they're shown. And you have to take out, you either have to take out all the sections or you have to kill all the crew. Well, obviously there's a lot of crew, so I mean, it doesn't really do anything like that. But the interesting part about it is when you hit the enemy ship, it would show you where on the ship you hit them. And it's a really cool feature because it allowed you to kind of tweak your aim a little bit. Now, I hate the aiming system in the game. It's absolutely garbage. To give you an example of how the aiming system works, if I was shooting at, we'll say this Kamikaze R was moving forward, and in the game, the largest naval ships that they have are destroyers. So assume I'm not in a Graf Spee, but instead in a Fletcher, and that is another Fletcher. Your first shots are what they call ranging shots, which means that your shots are not going to be accurate, and as you continue to fire, your fire control solution gets more accurate. The problem I was running into is they expect you to shoot your first shot directly at the ship, which to me is counterintuitive. I don't want to shoot my first shot at a moving ship. Obviously, it's going to miss. So instead, what I was doing, you know, you have to aim forward, right? So that the shells land on top of it. You have to lead your target. That makes sense. You put your crosshair where the shells are supposed to land. That's not how it works. Anyway, what I was doing at one point in time is I was having to aim behind the destroyer I was shooting at because I was in a Fletcher shooting at PT boats because they have PT boats moving at the same time as the destroyers, and you have to spend spawn points to get the destroyers in the game. Well, I was having to aim behind the ship just to get the shots to land on target the first time, and then of course as the fire control solution resolves, you have to aim on the ship where you want the shells to hit. So if I wanted the shells to land and hit him underneath of his #1 torpedo tube, I had to keep my crosshair there and it would automatically change the lead. That is beyond counterintuitive to me. I did not enjoy War Thunder ships at all. Nice. So for me, War Thunder ships is an interesting experiment. I hope that they resolve the aiming issues and make a little bit better sense. Right now, really not enjoying it all that much. All right, Ethermaster, have a good one, man. And hopefully this will upload to my YouTube channel. I'm hoping it does. If not, this might be the only live stream that people will not be able to watch, which would be really annoying and really frustrating. I definitely don't like that prospect, but I have no idea if that is something that YouTube events does or not. So here's to hoping. We're going to turn kind of away. I don't want to turn too far away. This opens up the Emile Bertin to shoot her torpedoes. You mean they didn't have internet computers auto-aim? No, believe it or not, they didn't. Oh, those are going to miss. He's turning away. That dispersion, though. Yeah, not so. T-22 floating around. T-22 has long-range enough torpedoes that he could hit us, so does Emile Bertin. We definitely want to help out if we can here, so... Okay, Kamikaze are not doing what I would expect them to do. Spot. Their whole team went the wrong way. Our whole team is also going the wrong way, so it's going to be up to us to kind of push through this flank over here. Land Warrior, I don't think the potential energy of a 16-inch shell would break a destroyer in half. I think it would depend on how it was... actually, impacting the ship. I could see that being the case if the shell landed lengthwise. I could see it causing some significant damage that way. But when a cruiser or when a destroyer, protected by a destroyer, I can guarantee you. When a shell lands lengthwise in a destroyer, that I could see that happening. But when it lands against a broadside one, I think you'd have a much harder time articulating that has enough energy to rip a destroyer in half. It's a 16-inch hole that it's going to be punching in the ship. Yes. Flooding, most likely. Severe damage, yeah, most likely, depending on what it hits. Oy. I didn't think that was that bad of an aim shell, but he turned to help us, so... Achtung! Come on, fire before he goes over the island. Thank you. Give me a Citadel hit. Yes, baby, yes! Got him! We also know that T-22 is apparently nowhere to be found. Oh, no! Worse! He's right there! Alles yeah, whatever they said. And I missed, because potato aim. Oh! Got a goofy horn. You could even say it's kind of horny. Haha! Alright, that was a really bad joke. Yeah, I don't even know if it hit the keel if it would really do that. I mean, you would... I imagine it wouldn't be the best thing to ever happen to said destroyer, but I don't see it being a keel-breaking experiment. Of course it does. Alright, well, we got New York here. We're gonna sit here angled and hopefully be able to shoot at him if there was spotting on him. Going the long way. Take the long road home. Well, you know, if he wants to sit there, I mean, take advantage of this. He's floating, he's turning away. And he's slowing down really bad. I wonder if that's a stock one or not. Speaking of things I don't particularly care for or enjoy, War Thunder tanks. Game is really frustrating. Oh, but it's so realistic, it's amazing. No, it's really counterintuitive gameplay-wise. We're gonna launch, I don't know that it's gonna be any good, but we're gonna launch those torpedoes that way. Nope, T-22 ran away. Well, fine then. It's kind of rude of him to turn away like that. I mean, I was really hoping he'd come around this side of the island. I wanted to say hello. I wanted him to say hello to my little friends. Yeah, they're not little, but they're 11 inches. That's not really all that little. Now is when you need hydro and don't have it. Yeah, that's true. Well, welcome to the Graf Spee, where everything is counterintuitive and We beached. Yep, we beached. We beached in a broadside manner to a New York whom thankfully cannot see us. I am hopefully going to kill. Yes! Eat it! There's an iron puke hanging around, too. In fact, it's probably him that can spot me, but... I will take my kill, and I will go forth and prosper. That's what she said, but she lied. Oh. War Thunder is fun for a tiny while, and then it got real boring. Yeah, my thing with War Thunder is like, okay, so everybody talks about World of Warships, how stupid the detonation mechanic is. In War Thunder, both in ships, well, and actually all of the various forms of it, in ships and in, well, we'll just focus on ships for right now. In their ships version, you can trigger the detonation mechanic reliably. So if I was in Graf Spee and I was shooting at that Cleveland and I could land one shell, that's all it would take, in the magazine, kerplooey, the whole ship goes up and explodes. Can you imagine if this game had a system like that where you could reliably detonate every single ship in the match? Destroyers would never survive because a battleship would get one lucky lengthwise hit on them and kerplooey, the whole ship explodes. Yeah, not my idea of fun. Some people would think that would be fun because it's skill-based, and that really helps with the, you know, with the skill. But the problem is, in that game, there is no angling of armor. A 5-inch AP shell will rip through the bow of any destroyer currently in the game. That's not fun. That's really actually quite frustrating and annoying. The same is true in tanks. Tanks, well, but it's super realistic. No longer does the U.S. Sherman tank stand a chance. Yeah, because in real life you had a 4-to-1 odds and could actually, you know, make use of those odds. In that game, you're just fodder to be shot at. Kind of crappy when CCs don't chase the destroyer. When you say CC, I think community contributor. I didn't see any community contributors in this match, but... What do I know? I'm just a guy in the Graf Spee. Yeah. So, Cleveland, yeah. Emile Bertin, yeah. La Galissonière is there, too. Deal with that. Good thing this ain't real life for the USN. It's not even a simulator. Oh, okay. We've got one of those guys on our team. I am Battleship, hear me roar! Ach, puh! I am Battleship with glorious torpedoes! Ach, puh! Yes, because Wargaming has the correct designations all the time. Oop. Oh, for Pete's sakes. I am Cleveland, hear me roar. Oh, well, that sucks. Ouch! That does suck, that hurt. That was a good shot, though. It's a good thing I have the ability to repair. Ooh, Emile Bertin, you're even coming back to see me! Aww. There we go. That thing that dude just said about EU is not true. What thing? I wasn't paying attention. Help me out here. Nah, they just shoot your gun until you're defenseless. Well, there's that too. That's another annoying aspect, is the BS mechanics that stop you dead in your tracks 10 out of 10 times. Like, oh, you were moving? Ha! Joke's on you. Oh, you wanted to shoot at something? Ha! Joke's even bigger on you. Yeah, I don't know. What is my favorite supercar? That would be the brand new Ford GT. That's right, the brand new Ford GT. It's a Ford. It's awesome. Oh, about the CC being cruiser on EU? Oh. Yeah, no, the CC is the designation for battle cruisers, not for, anything else. But BC is the code designation for battle cruiser. No. BC is just a convenient way to do that. Can't expect Whiskey to pay attention. He's from Western Iowa. First and foremost, Nebraska is not Western Iowa. Second, absolutely no. Ford, fix or repair daily. That's funny. I don't have to fix or repair either of my Fords daily. 2014 and below? What? No, I'm talking about the brand new ones, the 2018s and 19s. They're ridiculous. The whole thing is a supercar, legitimately a supercar. Oh, hey. I wonder how close he is. He's 8K. Oh, he's 9K away, headed towards smoke. We should probably switch to HE now, as we get our 1 overpen for 840 damage. And the game ends! Nebraska and Iowa are not the same thing. Red Ache, I don't know, are you a, are you a Camaro fan or something? Because if you're a Camaro fan, you know, all I have to say is, can't America make a real one? There's a good acronym for you. Anyway. Hello, Bob5053. Okay, so we've played a number of different battles here. We have been going on for an hour and 40 minutes. Let's look at our live stream schedule for those that are just joining in and want to find out more information. We'll go over the spiel and then we'll continue. This live stream is going to go until for another hour and a half, roughly. Hour and 23 minutes if you want to be technical. Anyway, so our next live stream is going to be April 26, 2018. I will have the YouTube gaming thing fixed so that we're live streaming to YouTube gaming instead of YouTube events. I think I figured out the reasons why we aren't currently live streaming to YouTube gaming. So apologies for many of the hardcore fans for not being able to find it or being on YouTube gaming and going, where the heck is my live stream? So definitely bear with me there while we figure this all out. Like I said, we are simulcasting both to Twitch and to YouTube at the same time. So working out some technical details there. And I really appreciate your guys' patience in this. So hopefully April 26th will be another fantastic live stream. Let's kick it back over to the game. There has been a distinct lack of something being played. So we've gotten 2 destroyers, we get 2 battleships. We get a lot of requests for North Carolina to be played, but I kind of feel like playing... I kind of feel like being punished a little bit. So we'll break out Yamato and see if maybe we can't get a halfway decent game in her. I do not have Musashi, but maybe someday. Red Ache says he's a luxury car guy and motorcycle guy. Oh. Well, that's cool. I mean, I don't mind luxury cars, you know. Audi R8, that would be a fun one to have around. I don't know that I'd really call that a luxury car. I mean, it's firmly in the supercar category, but I like racing my cars, so for me I much prefer to have a little bit of performance rather than luxury. It's not an appliance to me. It's a fun tool. I drive a 2015 Mustang, and I have a 1989 Mustang that I'm working on, and actually was going to plan on buying more parts for it tonight, But trying to decide if it's worth holding off and buying the fuel system right now, or if I should just buy the engine cross member and then buy the clutch and that stuff next. But that'll be a fun build when that'll be a fun build when. Oh yeah, tryhard div, nice. That'll be a fun build when it gets done. It's gonna have a 6.2 liter V8 out of a what is essentially a Raptor, an F-150 Raptor, making hopefully over 400 horsepower to the ground. Ford Taurus Show for the win. That's actually a really fun car, all things considered. I mean, it is like 4,800 pounds or something ridiculous in weight, but it does pretty well for itself, that's for sure. Okay, so to the game. Map is Sleeping Giant. It's domination mode, which means we've got 4 caps. One of them is completely stupid. The other one is basically stupid. And by stupid, I mean that Wargaming has obviously turned this map into a test map for determining ship pathing and where people go on maps and how they behave around certain objects. Because if you look at the way this map is laid out, there's only 2 ways into the A cap. The D cap is nothing but islands. And look at where everyone goes. To the D cap. Like, slight amount of struggle going to the, the struggle bus kind of going to the A cap, but the overwhelming majority are going where? To D. So let's see if we can't get our lucky Yamato skills on. I'm guessing this is going to be a rough match in which I spend most of the map praying that I actually hit what I'm aiming at. And we'll start the match off with 30,000 damage from 1 salvo on a Grosser Kerr first. Rip your hit point pools. I hope you didn't want them. Actually, I think we're just going to hang out right here. This seems to be a very good place to hang out. Look at all the broadside ships we have to shoot at. Now if only my guns would just cooperate and rotate. This is one thing I don't like about this ship. Yamato there at long distance. That plunging fire could be hilarious and interesting. I'd much rather have the broadside Roma in Missouri. But we're kind of out of options and things to shoot at, so we'll wait for our guns to come up, and maybe we'll get lucky and get that bow-on Citadel through him. Oh, what is spotting me, though? Shimakaze, maybe? I don't know, but wow, look at that dispersion. Boy, ain't that ugly. Who knows? Let's not be broadside any longer. This is a silly idea. There's the Missouri, there's the Des Memes. This is a perfect example of where spotting is necessary for the success of a team, and we have neither. Well, none that I can make use of. One interesting thing that I would like to point out is that I actually think it would be quite good for Yamato to have a spotter plane so you can shoot over this garbage island configuration here. Again, it would be nice to have access to broadside Grosser Kerr firsts instead of bow on Yamatos, but we're kind of back to Roma. We made you out of clay. Roma. With you, I'd like to dev strike. Oh, those shots are going in. That's for sure. Overshot. But still 7K. I'll take it. So that one destroyer is dead. Shimakaze is about to not be dead, is being spotted. I don't know what the heck's going on over there. Roma is still hovering around, but can't really engage him. So back to shooting at our good friend, Mr. Yamato. And then we're just going to angle ourselves in and see if maybe we'll get lucky and just continue to catch ships broadside over here. We are going to push up, though. That's what I was getting at. It seems like most of the destroyers are kind of on the dead mark. Ooh, there's another 6K. No, 5K. My bad. Grosser Kerr first, going to be broadside again. It's going to be very, very broadside again. Hey, buddy. And Stealth Yammy. Stealth Yami is the most troll ship in the game, like... Okay, you just shot. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Silly guns. At this point, really hoping to get that rear gun to bear. I don't know if those shots are going to make it over or not. It's going to be close. Yes! No! Another Citadel. That was worth beaching if we beach. I just feel obligated to point that out. This thing is a Citadel machine. Alle Maschine stop. I actually do better in Musashi, really. That's kind of interesting because I would think that Musashi would actually be harder to play well than anything else because of the fact that it's not the most... Those are probably going to miss. We're going to see if we can't make it work, though. Oh no, those might very well find a home. We're going to turn back in again because 16-inch guns were coming to bear. That was the Missouri that was coming around. Ah! One normal pen on him. Be nice to be able to spot things. It'd also be nice to have an idea of where the enemy cruisers are. Or not cruisers, but destroyers. There's 3 of them. What? It says it's ready. Switching over here. Grosser Kurfürst is not coming in at a very favorable angle, but we have Lawpen guns, so maybe we'll be able to make this shtick. Oh, frack me. Turn your AA on, at least help. Because I'm sitting duck. And of course... Yep. Knew that was coming. Well, this sucks. We didn't do any damage to that Iowa, and now we're about to eat repeated citadels? Oh, what? How did we escape the citadels? How? That Yami was all about them citadels, and... Oh, it was the Missouri that got really lucky and somehow managed to avoid all of my shots. That actually ends up getting the Citadel hit. Nice. Oh, screw off already. Come on, game. Come on, guns. You can do it. Give me the Dev Strike. That was not a Dev Strike. Wasn't even a Citadel involved. Like things that make me sad for 1,000. Ouch! Yeah, those are Shimmatorps. I think we're dead. 5-1 says we're dead. Even if I somehow manage to survive. Are those 20k Shimmatorps or not? Who knows? Nope, they're not. That's gonna be painful. What? Not a single Citadel! Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Yes, the live stream is still around. These 18-inch guns are monsters, and they did damage, but it wasn't able to convert. Like, how did that Yamato survive that without getting Citadel'd once? And how did I get citadeled by this Missouri, who, by the way, was camping broadside by this island this entire time? I shouldn't have pushed up. That was the mistake that I made, as I pushed up. I should have just stayed where I was at, doing the things I was doing. Probably would have been okay. I don't know why that Yue Young decided to launch widespread torpedoes, but with the 460 comes those trollololo pens. Yeah, I guess. I really don't know how that all ended up, but it was the torpedo bombers that did us in, really, because that forced us to be broadside and then turn. When in reality, I was kind of in the position I wanted to be in, but our team just, for whatever reason, fell apart. Chung Mu destroying our destroyers. Our Tai-Ho. I don't know what he was doing or thinking, but could have been a bigger help than he was. Yeah, it is what it is. No, that was a broadside Yamato. You don't overpen 34 inches of armor, because those shots all landed at the waterline, and Yamato's citadel is not that well protected. I mean, it sits above the waterline. You can see the armor belt on the model, for crying out loud. It's right in the middle there. You can see the top of the main armor belt with the water drains coming down over it. I mean, it sits well above the waterline, and those shots were landing right at the waterline. You don't go right on through that citadel through 34 inches of armor. Plus, she was angled. I don't know. RNG did not favor us this match. Still 132,185 damage, you know. No kills. That means that this is, like, as far as live pens, or as far as WTR is concerned, not going to do all that well. Magic of overpens is real. Yeah, I guess. But yes, I am legitimately surprised 5 high that did not come with a dev strike, because it really should have had one. Really? Just gonna... Oh, does Tai-Ho normally have tier 8 dive bombers? Or does it have tier 9 dive bombers? I thought it had tier 9 dive bombers. Got tier 9 torpedo planes. Oh, the Des Moines is there. That's not helping either. And the Des Moines is full health, which means it's not taking any damage, which means it has all of its AA. And he's auto-dropping to boot. Well, that explains a lot. In real life, Musashi took 19 torpedo hits to sink. Do you know why it took 19 torpedo hits to sink and Yamato only took 12? 2 reasons. One was the fact that they torpedoed both sides of the ship when they did their airdrop torpedoes, and so they got asymmetrical flooding. They got more symmetrical flooding and torpedo hits. And the second reason is because airdrop torpedoes have smaller warheads. I doubt it would take anywhere near 19 or even 12 like Yamato took to come close to the same... to even come close to the same amount of torpedo hits to sink. Ship-launched torpedoes would have definitely wrecked its face. US torpedoes didn't really suck, they were just unreliable. In terms of torpedoes, when they worked, they were very effective. They were no less effective than any other nation's torpedoes were. It's just that they had their ship launched and their submarine launched torpedoes were particularly notorious for circle running, meaning you would launch them and they would come around in a circle and they would just sit there. And then they were also notorious for having poor fuses. So the fuses, when the shells would impact the hull of the ship, would not detonate the torpedoes. That's part of the reason why. Let's see here. So we have played a number of battleship games. We've played a number of cruiser games. We need a destroyer, so we will take out Wei Young. And we will see if we can't have some good luck playing her. So welcome to, if you guys are new to my live streams, thank you very much for showing up. More information about the live stream schedule and all that stuff is available in my Discord server. Information about the Discord server is in the description to the video, so check that out if you're interested in joining that. Lots of people there that are willing to help out and division with, even find clans with. We have a very diverse community of people from across a large number of servers. So, let's see here. Ships we need to worry about. They have 0 radar. I feel obligated to point out that they have the potential for 3 radar. However, highly unlikely. They have none. We have, on the other hand, 2. This ought to be interesting. Grosser Kerr first. Alabama, those 2 ships are mildly concerning for torpedo damage, but not. John Wayne even had a movie about U.S. torps. What movie would that be? Is that you, John Wayne? Is this me? Hopefully this match ends up working out. I think it will, but super or hypercar? Let's not even get into that argument, because that's a hard argument to make against. Like, you really have to define that, and defining them is really, really difficult. Oh. I like you, Private Joker! Oh, if only that entire section of the movie wasn't, you know, just laden with swear words and all other sorts of things, I would definitely go into it. Trying to keep the swearing to a minimum on this live stream. And yes, that is definitely better than politics. By the way, that is one of my favorite scenes ever from a movie, is the boot camp sequence from Full Metal Jacket. There's really no other reason to watch that movie aside from that one, the whole first half of the movie. Yeah, sign their own death warrant. Oh, the fairy effing godmother said it. Outstanding! I will PT all of you. Oh. Oh, you gotta choose one that's 2014 and below? Man, that's rough. Okay. How about the Ford GT from 2007 to 2008? I think that's a fantastic ship as well. And by ship, I mean fantastic cruiser as well. Herp derp! It's a fantastic GT car. That's the word I was actually looking for. I feel obligated to point that out. Oh, hey. It is Pan Asian friend. Hello. And welcome to a glorious live stream. Tovarish, please expose thyself and enjoy lovely. Oi, yes, boy, me Chung Mu. There's torpedoes incoming. Gearing is spotted. I'm headed intentionally over here to try and flank this Chung Mu. We might get 1 or 2 torps on the Bismarck, but they're not gonna be like, it's not gonna be super devastating when we do get one. Yeah, 1 torpedo. Oh, for Pete's sakes! Boy, oh. We don't have to worry about those torpedoes. In fact, spotting these torpedoes is probably the single best thing I've did. Those are deep water torpedoes, as evidenced by the smaller icon. But spotting those is a huge boon. We were able to help our team out there with that. So, on to dealing with this Chung Mu. Oh, hi. Oh. Oh, hi, oh. Yeah, go back down. Coming around the mountain when she comes. Toot, toot. Richelieu and North Carolina both have very similar similar paths here. Oh, Richelieu is slowing down. North Carolina is doing I don't know what. We're gonna launch them kind of We're gonna launch them like that. I think if Richelieu decides that she's gonna speed up or slow down, I think it'll be a good day. Oh, make sure my AA is off. Of course, screw you, spotting plane, and all of the crap that you entail. Who knows if we will actually get any hits with those torpedoes now as a result. We might actually get the Mogami over there. Swing and a miss on the North Carolina. Yeah, I see. This side is collapsing fast. We are going to get the Mogami, though. Kind of funny, actually. Yes! Stop shooting at me, Gearing. That's rude. I was hoping to go spot me some destroyers, but... No! We've got one of them pesky little Gearings who's being a complete and utter jerkface. We're just gonna shoot at the North Carolina, because at this point it's... Well, for one, he's not actually paying attention to us, which is kind of a folly on his part, because he could just shoot me and ram the North Carolina like he's planning to do anyway. Like our North Carolina decided was somehow a good trade. I don't know. Meanwhile, our Bismarck is beached and, hell, you know. Well, let's see if we can't go capture this B cap here. We got a Benson that's kind of pushing in from the north. If we could get the Chungmu or any of the other ships over here engaged, that would be kind of nice. We are still ahead, and we do have the points advantage, and we do have neutral caps, so at least there's that much. Team all grouped at sea. Yeah, well, if they push through, it'll be okay, but they gotta push through and actually do things. They can't just sit there. Mimitar, that would be a fantastic ship to have removed from this game. And by removed from this game, I meant removed from this match. I don't mean removing the game. The ship is balanced by the fact that it has absolutely zero armor. So, Chungmu Torps. There's the gearing. I am waiting for the Chungmu to show up. There we go. And just like that, it's time to deploy our smoke cloud. Missing appearing in smoke would be nice right about now. AP, broadside Mogami. Who wants to take a guess at how effective this is going to be? Dude, he's got Hydro, Chungmu. You crazy. You crazy. Our poor Bismarck took that one, because... Oof. There's a lot of ships involved in this area up here. Let's see if we can't get all up in their business. This would be another a great example of ships that are very easy to destroy with AP. However... angled, so not so much. Donskoy, somebody launched torpedoes anyway. Richelieu, sailing backwards. Interesting. Minotaur also running away. Might as well start engaging things, then down goes the Minotaur. I don't foresee this Richelieu taking a super passive methodology here. But this Minotaur is most assuredly an interesting target. One in which we do not want to get up close and personal with if we can avoid it. And he is turning exactly the way I thought he would, just being kind of cheeky. Nope, he's turning away now. Well, we'll just keep on going over here. Look at all the fun and joy that we're are having. A Minotaur popping smoke. That is the greatest scene, sound, silence, whatever you want to call it, possible. He is about to get detected just by me being here. Funny as heck. Come on. So we're gonna actually take this opportunity while we wait for those to go inbound. We're gonna go find ourselves a slightly different attitude. Oh my, that Bismarck is sailing right into the path of those torpedoes, which is going to be glorious as all get out. I think we're gonna get him. Yeah, we got him. Saw that one coming, didn't we? Missed him with our torpedoes, though. I really thought we were going to get lucky there and get him with the torpedoes, too, but... Nope. Now I guess we'll just open water firing at this Richelieu, because we're out of things to shoot at this point. Like, come on, man! Yes, these videos are good. This is the way I wish the last live stream would have went, as opposed to being as annoying and frustrating as it was. Because it was annoying and frustrating for me as much as I'm sure it was for you guys as well. But you know, you don't win them all. It was just 2 weeks in a row not having the world's greatest game was really kind of frustrating for me. I guess there's no kind of, it was ridiculously frustrating for me. Yes! We secured the crap out of that! Oh, that would have definitely been awesome if that would have been a double strike, but unfortunately we didn't quite get there. Oh, man. Well, it was a pretty good game. We have just crossed over the 2-hour mark, which is good. Oh, we ended up second on the team. That Hindenburg must have done some real good work. Didn't get damaged a whole lot ourselves, but what torpedoes strikes we did have made big endpoints. Kill secure, aka kill steal. No. Tavarish is not kill steal, is kill secure. Am I going to play ranked at all? Yes. I probably will, and I have no idea what ships I'm going to play. So asking, I don't know. I don't know that we will get very far with that. Heck, I think we can pick almost anything at this point. Let's pick another. Let's play the Pay Fast. It's been a while since we've played her. No, somebody was asked for Kutuzov. We'll suffer a Kutuzov game here. I can Russian. Where are you? A Kutuzov definitely requires IFHE in order to really get good. In order to get really good results out of, I guess I should say. Only 2 smoke consumables. This is by far the most annoying aspect of this ship. 2 smoke consumables go by really quick, and I don't have superintendent. So, alright, let's go. When I play a high rate of fire ship, I also free look after every salvo. However, I'm not... Now I'm seeing how nauseous it is watching someone else do it. Yeah, it can be. Mostly because you get used to doing it yourself, but it's like riding in a car like that's doing a track day or something like that. It's very easy to get nauseated when you are in the passenger seat. It's much more difficult to get nauseated when you're the one actually driving the car. And I think it's a lot of fun to drive cars fast and all that stuff, but riding in them is a little bit more painful for me. Mostly because of the aforementioned nausea issue. Not that I get sick easily, but just not my forte. I don't get sick easily, but it's just not the most fun thing in the world. So, as my chair creaks, and it's about time for me to replace this computer chair. I think it's on its official last legs here. So map is Land of Fire, not Ring of Fire. Almost didn't get that out in English. So, yeah. I have to drive everywhere, can't ride with other people. Yeah, see, now that would get old after a while. I can at least ride in other vehicles. I just can't do it when they're doing stuff that's, like, high-performance driving. That will make me sick, for sure. Interesting how they've oriented the maps. I fail to see how this is any better than the previous version of this. Why couldn't have they just should just remove the B and C caps then, if that's what they want, but... Oh, this is a 6-inch gun cruiser. These are 155s, if I remember correctly. Or maybe they're 156s. We need Moon Puma to give us a glorious example of Soviet bias. Where he's at, but... for those who are wondering what I'm doing, my plan is to support... My plan is to support the D cap as best I can. Apparently, our destroyer is not going that way. Apparently, everybody's going to the A cap. Don't know why. I'm just coming over here to these islands so I have a quick escape route if necessary. This should allow us to spot most of this cap. I'm actually surprised that I myself have not been spotted. Pepsi Cola, Lyon. Lyon is in range. We'll just go ahead and lay down a nice little smoke screen and burn the world. The right person in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. So wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up, smell the ashes. We need spotting. This is a massive failure on my team's part. Well, on my part. Mostly on my team's part. I'm blaming my team for the current situation. Pensacola. Briefly spotted, no longer spotted. The more continuous spotting we get, the better off we are. It's a novel concept that evades some. Seriously? All you have to do is show up to game night and collect 1,000 doubloons. Let's go. What I'm talking about, we need spotting. Thing at max range Nagato is not going to provide the best results. Thing at the Lyon might provide better results. But there's something in the cap. 8K torps give us halfway through the cap. Why not? Nobody's in the range, so let's do it. Yeah, that complete waste of smoke due to no spotting. Proof that Kutuzov's playstyle is not always as it seems. Tear pits. You know, everybody talks about, oh, Kutuzov has such long range. Yeah, it has really long range. It can't hit anything at those ranges. That sounds awfully familiar. It sounds an awful lot like, you know, the arguments for the reasons why Cleveland, when it goes to Tier 8, should not have longer range. It's not going to make any difference anyway. No, it will. Those who can aim are going to have great luck with it. Those who cannot are going to have absolutely bad luck with it. While the rest of us kind of sit somewhere in the middle. Broadside, baiting, baiting, baiting. More angle. Less lead. More angle. I'm about to go full on Moskva on you. Haha! Ach, puh! Please enjoy that fire. Sincerely, Soviet Russia. Hey, I got you second fire to go with first fire. Would you like another? It is time for you to burn. And burn and burn like a ring of fire. Burn, burn, burn. We burn the ring of fire. Turn, turn, turn. We're gonna be spotted real briefly. Womp, womp, womp. He's going, I can shoot at him, and I just burned my repair party. I am smart, Battleship. Actually, he is pretty smart for waiting. Problem is now that he is continuously spotted, all it's going to take is one more fire, and it will stick. And there's one. Can we go for two? It's a bold move, Cotton. It's a bold move. Seriously, team, push to the freaking cap. Let's go. I'm spotted from behind. They came from behind. Nagato is shooting at me. WASD. Miss. Psh. I would pop my smoke, except for there's one problem. Nobody's going to be spotting, so, no. We're not making this mistake twice, if I can avoid it. And there goes Akatsuki. Need more spotting. Hey, hi. I should be playing Hell March in the background of this. Copyrighted music, though, so that would not end well. Yes, look, I spotted Nagato, but I'm the only one spotting Nagato. So we'll just do our best. Do our best. Do our best. Shoot HG and all the rest. Start those fires. Get them burning. Burning, burning, burning. Fire prevention skill didn't work. Please enjoy second fire courtesy of Vodka. Vodka-induced rounds, they are doing work. Meanwhile, IFHE is also doing some work, and WASD hacks are also doing works. We are having a fantastic time with these WASD hacks, might I add. Do I want to deploy smoke or not? See, I don't think we'll get... Oi! I think we'll go ahead and stop shooting at him now. I don't think we're going to get that third fire. If we do, I really don't want to, I don't want to discourage him from, you know, burning his damage control part. Oh, he's waiting him out. Bold move. We're doing Katusavi things, burning the world, but not really converting any of those into kills. Not that that's surprising to anyone who's ever played a Russian cruiser in this game. That is basically their biggest problem. Now we're going to burn our smoke, which, as you can see, did us bubkiss. That's correct. Bubkiss is the word that I used. We are still avoiding all the damage, though, which is nice. Okay, since we're out of spotting because we have an AFK destroyer, actually. That's part of the reason why we have this team losing so heavily. And another one of our ships just went down. That New Mexico has made a mistake. Don't know if he's noticed it or not. He's going to, though, as soon as that next fire starts. I can get it to start. There we go. Back to Lyon. Back to Nagato. We're up over 100k, but it's not doing us any good. We need kills. So we're gonna see if we can't sneak our way or sneak. This is why I don't like this ship. This is why I don't like all the other ones. Hello, Weston. Hello, Thebes. Thebes. We got a wither. That's cute. Be nice if that was translated into a kill, opposed to just some random bits of collections of things and stuff. Pepsi Cola, Nagato, both bad things, both shooting. Give me the frigging torpedoes! Jeez and Pete's. That I did not think was going to happen at all. Like, hello, Mr. Sandman. Listening. Back, it's gonna hurt. Made it work. You know your Soviet bias is high when you get 3 fires in one salvo. Ah, yeah, but see? Why? We had good damage. The issue wasn't damage. The issue was team. This is Russian cruiser problem, but we got a witherer out of it. I mean, we did good damage. Just I don't know. Our whole team went all the way to the other side. Like, but what? Look at that. That was a lot of fire damage, but that's about it. Got your 3rd Kraken today in the Russian destroyer, Izyaslav. Did you find out if he is Slav or not? I have a hard time remembering sometimes. We have time for 2 more matches. The last match that we are going to do is obviously going to be in the Montana. So, the Battleship, we've got 1, 2, 3 of those. We got 1, 2 of those. 3. We've got. I think we're even up. Were we at 9 battles? 1. We are. We're at 9 battles in this, so that means I get to choose whatever I want. Actually. We played a lot of high-tier stuff. Let's see if we can't get Arc Beta's secondary build to work in this match. I do want to show something that's kind of cool, though. Camouflage. Where is my for Meritus Service one? This is one of the coolest camouflages to put on here. I don't want to use it, but it's I think it's really cool, the all-white camo. Anywho, we got Hunter on there, so we can go. Take it you were not invited to St. Petersburg for WoWs. That's correct, I was not, because I'm not actually a community contributor. I am a super tester, but I get access to all those ships. I actually get access to them well before the community contributors do. However, the problem is that I can't show any of them. And I don't have the free time currently to actually do a large amount of both super testing and community contributor stuff. They have, you know, time frames that they have to actually get stuff done that are way more restrictive than my free time would allow. So unfortunately, I don't have time to be a community contributor. Lil Will is asking if you can be a CC and super tester at the same time. I believe you can. I think there's a couple of them, but I think it would get really sickening. But like, just really stressful to have that much stuff to do. It's a lot of work on both ends. Jerry Glay says this move does make me want to stop playing. What move? Oh wait, let's see. Just had my first Midway verse Hakuru. What a cluster! It has 4 fighters, but still had 2 torps and 2 bombers. Yeah, you know, it's carrier balances. Wargaming is still stuck to this idea that the carriers are balanced as they are. I don't think anybody that has played high tiers believes that. I know I don't. I just don't. I don't think that they're going the right direction with it, and I'm going to back that up by saying the reasons why I don't personally believe they've done a very good job of balancing them is because they want the United States, the U.S. Navy carriers, to be the air dominance carriers. They're not. And the reason they're not is because they just flat get out-positioned on the map. When a Hikuru has 4 more squadrons than you do in a midway, I guess it's not 4, but it's 3, or 2 or 3 more squads than you have access to, and you only have 2 fighter squads, there isn't a dang thing you can do. There is no way you're going to control that map. You're either going to be able to wipe out their strike, or you're going to be able to wipe out their aircraft, their fighters, and that's going to be about all you're going to do. Furthermore, they have much better damage dealing potential on the Japanese side, and so if your US carrier cannot control the skies, then they are stuck basically being a second-rate line. And that's exactly where they're at right now. It's just a second-rate line. And I have made proposal after proposal to fix it, and have been told that I don't know anything about playing carriers, which, now, there's an element of truth to that. But I've been told that I don't know anything about playing carriers, and thus I need to shut my mouth. Even though my ideas were basically to do what most sane people want to happen, which is balance out the carrier loadouts. There's no reason for there to be these huge discrepancies between USN carriers and US or Japanese carriers with regards to their loadouts and what their loadouts are capable of doing. I personally find it really frustrating that the narrative is unequivocally this, well, you don't know what you're talking about, so, you know, shut the heck up. I think that that's disingenuous. I think that that ruins a lot of conversation on the subject, because while, yes, I may not be the best carrier player, I do have opinions on how to balance them out that could potentially work. You know, my proposal has always been the same. Basically, what I would like to see is I would like to see them take the carriers, give them the same loadouts, give them the same fighters, tweak the torpedo and dive bombers so that they basically do the same amount of damage potential-wise, and have you know, their balance be primarily in what deals the most damage, whether that's torpedo bombers for the Japanese or dive bombers for the US. And I think that is a much better way to balance them than to have, well, the US has like 3 squads, but they're really big squads versus I'm hoping that's a dev strike, because this is, thank you. Rather than the current system, which is, well, we think we've got it figured out, and have 8 billion fighters and whatever in the US squads, and then nothing else in any of the no real damage dealing potential or anything else. Finally getting to see secondaries come into play here, trying to turn to maybe sort of get more on. He's at max range, interestingly enough, but the secondaries are doing more work right now than my primaries are. All right, he's still in secondary range, but they're not doing anything. So let's turn around. That dev strike felt good. Feels bad for that T-22. That's the end of him. Oh, come on, team. Keep it together. I will try and help this Koenig, but... yeah, you need the support as well as I do. Ay. Okay. We also have more battleships coming in, fortunately. But, oh, he's shooting HE at me. That's a good sign. I am perfectly content with enemy battleships shooting HE. Yes, keep shooting that HE. Kaze. Phoenix. Can we go for a second dev strike? I'm guessing no, but we're gonna try. Doesn't seem sensible to just swat down testers making suggestions outright like that. Well, you know, that's not Wargaming that's making that. That's other players. You know, I've posted those out in the public before. Yep, I'm all up here by myself. Well, it's time to make like a tree and leaf. We are going to do our best to get a delay of game here as best as we possibly can. But team is melting a little bit more rapidly than I would like it to. Especially since I'm not able to actually do what I would like to do, which is to get within secondary range and start secondarying the crap out of stuff. Trying to do my best. Really, you're going to send them at a Texas. Of all the ships in the game to send at a Texas, would not have been my first choice. Or all the things to send at a Texas, that would not have been my first choice. One overpen. It's what you're getting for help from me. Because we are now out of play. I'm trying like heck to stay in this fight so I can just continue to reset while the rest of our team does I don't know what. Shut it. That alarm is really annoying. And he's continuing to shoot at me. Texas also shooting HE, and he successfully gets a fire. That's awesome. And I completely overled, of course. And I'm gonna beach myself. Broadside. To too many ships. Come closer. Yes, closer. Closer. Well, we got a normal pen out of it. Okay, so now we're going to start focusing down cruisers. Hopefully we can get this Phoenix again. Reason being, the cruisers really are the bigger threat here. And not because they have torpedoes, but because their DPM is high enough that they can really make a bad day worse for us. Another dev strike. All up here by my lonesome once again. We did do some good work there on that cruiser, but again, gonna have to make the choice here between shooting at stuff that's broadside and giving broadside. More HE spam. Yes, continue to shoot HE. This will all be over soon for me. I will take my Confederate. We are going to continue our turn to run as we get as much damage on ships as possible while we run away. Ouch. Knew that was going to happen. Well, we made the best out of it. You know, we got 2 dev strikes. So when you're testing, like, the Arkansas, is there a set number of games you must play with it? That's a super test stuff. It's all covered under NDA. I can't really describe what we do when we do testing of stuff. So just know that ships get played. And they are ships. They float, they shoot, they sink, and are sometimes pretty. I know that's probably not the information you were hoping to receive, but that's the best that I can honestly give you, unfortunately. Oh, that's more reasonable, though. I'd agree. Even if I don't play carriers, hardly ever see American carriers. Well, like I said, you know, the thing that I think about carriers is that you take the two nations and you give them the same number of squadrons. You gave them the same squadron sizes. And the whole premise behind that is so that your balancing decisions come from having squad sizes that are the same. Because when you get different squad sizes, it's significantly hard. Ooh, we won. It gets significantly harder to balance things out. So not only should the squad sizes be the same, but the number of squads should also be the same. So if we're going to have a 2-2-2 loadout be the top tier, dear God, please, then I want to have I want that to be the top for both sides. And yes, that defending there was clutch. That's what allowed us to win this match, and I probably should have gotten higher XP than that, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. 1.1 million potential damage. Dev strike on my two favorite dev strike targets. Anyway. So anyway, yeah, that's my proposal. Start with balancing out the number of squads, start with balancing out squad sizes. Tweak, make it so that the fighters are essentially clones of each other. It's not realistic, but at least it's fair. That way you don't have to worry about, well, but the US has 8 billion freaking, you know, ammo, while the Japanese has 5 ammo, but they do 8 billion damage apiece. No, like, literally, all that needs to happen there is just make them the same, give them the same speeds, give them the same amount of hit points, and make that the standard, like, across the board, tier for tier, the standard. If we don't want to do that, then we have a problem, because you're never going to have carriers be balanced to each other. Then we can talk about hangar sizes and tweaking the balance a little bit from there, but, you know, really, US dive bombers should be better than Japanese dive bombers, especially at the high tiers. Japanese torpedo bombers should obviously be superior to US torpedo bombers, because the US really stopped using torpedo bombers, because their torpedo bombers were garbage. Anyway, you know, that's an easy thing to balance, because now we can measure, okay, what's the average damage done by torpedo bombers versus the average damage done by dive bombers, and that's all we have to worry about to balance, because you have the same number of fighters, and the same number of fighters in the squad, and the same number of fighter squads. They do the same damage, they're the same thing. It's not nice for, you know, diversity in gameplay, but if you can't balance out the two lines when you're only balancing, excuse me, against another carrier, one other nation's carriers, then you're never going to be able to balance out having a third line if they ever add the Royal Navy. You're never going to be able to balance out anything else. That's just my opinion. I think it's a pretty solid opinion all the way around, but, you know, there are people who disagree with that, obviously. You suck at playing carriers. Well, that's true. I suck at playing carriers. I'm not afraid to admit it. We have... Ooh. We'll do it. We'll play 2 more battles. We're going to play 1 more in Cleveland. Hopefully, you know, we managed to eke out much better results than the previous time we played a cruiser. We had really good results. We just had a really bad team and pretty much ignored everything on the map. Got taken out 1 by 1. Also shows the reasons why you don't go to the A cap on Land of Fire. That battle did. But anyway. Now I'm just being salty, so we'll be salty in a Cleveland. How about that? Yeah, WoWs isn't realistic to begin with anyhow. I would agree with that, Siggy-sen. It's just... you know, a lot of people get hung up on that. Like, even Wargaming uses it to a limited extent to buff or nerf ships as they see fit. And I think that's kind of ridiculous. But, and it's interesting how the US, how all of those nerfs seem to fall against, like, the historical balance reasons fall against the US but benefit other nations. Like, what? Anyway, we are not going to hang out on this side of the map. Why do I have a normal catapult fighter? Whatever. Sorry, Gore Hodges and I are both police officers. We're in different cities, but we're also in the same clan. Anyway, did the French Navy have aircraft carriers in real life? Yes, they did, actually. They converted one of the battleship hulls that was being built for... I'm gonna get crucified for saying this. I think it was Normandy, I think? And, or maybe it was Britannia. No, Britannia, those were built. Those 5. I think it's Normandy. I think it was one of the Normandy hulls that got built. They turned it into the aircraft carrier Bern. B-E-A-R-N-E, I think. What it was. That was a World War II aircraft carrier, if I remember correctly. They also had Commandant Tiest, which she was a seaplane carrier, more or less. Not a true aircraft carrier, but Colgate, as many people call her from the Kankola universe, is an interesting ship in that game, too. I live in Nebraska. So I am in Nebraska. That state that somehow gets forgotten between Iowa and Colorado. We're there, I promise you. We have that crazy thing that goes over Interstate 80, if you've ever driven Interstate 80. That is like the worst thing. I hate that thing so much, but... Okay, so only other possible full CV line would be the Royal Navy. Yeah. Rhode Island. Not in Rhode Island. Yeah, I think the Royal Navy would be the only one that you could do a full CV line on. I think in the past they had talked about possibly doing a German one, but don't quote me on that. I would be shocked. You'd have to deal almost entirely in paper to get a German one, because Graf Zeppelin was really the only German carrier in existence. Ouch! Oktyabrskaya, no! Ugh. Well, it sucks. I can't even engage him back. Ay. Could have gone and played. God dang it! Can't even see what's shooting at me. What I'm trying to do is get to some better islands to shoot behind. Ark Royal, yeah. Slinging. He's slinging. Yes, Nebraska is a state, believe it or not. I know that's somewhat controversial, according to some people. I've heard it referred to as Dumb Effistan, implying that everybody from the state is apparently incapable of, having an opinion on political things, because apparently we're all uneducated, even though we're more educated than many of the states in the Union. Anyway. Yo, dog, I hear you like fire, so I put a fire on your fire so you can have fire while being fired. Germany had some liners and cruisers they partly converted to carriers, yeah. And that's kind of what the Graf Zeppelin is a little bit more complicated than that, but that's for the most part it. Give me a little bit more gun elevation. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Really? Really? I hear spotting is necessary for damage dealing. Hey, there's a fire. I think that was on... Yes, that was on the one that burned his damage control party. May he enjoy the fires that burn. More educated in California. Well, maybe. We certainly have a lot less restrictions than California does. I honestly don't know where we stand in terms of education, but I know it's higher than a large number of other states. We also have a pretty neutral voice accent, as you guys can tell. Relatively easy to understand, except for when I'm talking 8 billion miles an hour. No maybes about that. Okay. Aw, this Texas is on fire. What? Our whole team, like, managed to get its poop pushed in over at the other side. Nope, keep going, keep sailing, just keep sailing, just keep sailing. Hey there, Texas, how's it going? If you survive this battle, just remember that in, you know, years from now, you will still be enduring this problem of randomly flooding and randomly being on fire, although currently most randomly being on fire perpetually is not something that happens. It's mostly being flooding. You know, like glorious... Yes, there's the fire! And in the words of some disco singer, burn, baby, burn. Disco inferno, burn, baby, burn. It's the Quebec of America. Okay. Oktyabrskaya Revoluция is, shattering all sorts of shells, even though IFHE because law reasons. Mostly due to balance. And we need to be careful. So that Texas burned his... Oh, he's on fire in 2 places. Rip him. Meanwhile, the October Revolution is... I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's shooting at me. What a jerk. Yes. Nice hit. Nice. Alright, October. That's enough of that. Now you'll get all the guns. It's funny because Texas is moronic? What? The only thing I really don't like about the state of Texas is I don't care for the fact that for the longest time they hung their flag at the same level as the American flag. That's really my only gripe with the state. That and how they are currently treating, if you can call it that, the USS Texas. Not a huge fan of what they have ceased to do there. But we're getting some work done here by starting some fires. That Texas is currently burning. They give you abusi. They did, but I don't think I actually played it when the playtesting was going on. And even if I did play it, I couldn't tell you what it was like, because NDAs are a thing, and losing my wargaming account is a terrible thing. Oh, good, I can engage him now. That's good. We're gonna turn away though, because he's turning this some way. Burn! We're trying our best here to convert to kills. I mean, the nice part about dealing with Tier 5 battleships is they don't have very good armor, so IFHE works extremely well. You know, we're lopping 3K off at a turn, so provided nobody else shoots at him and we survive his next salvo, which, you know, we could actually kill him. Here's to hoping. Yay! Look, Ma, I did things. Oh boy. Anyway, the politics discussion about California and Texas, all that stuff aside, you know, I think there's a lot of good stuff that all the states have to offer. You know, I don't agree politically with California. I don't fully agree politically with Texas either, but I think we all have a lot to bring to the table in terms of what we are good at and what we aren't good at. I don't think that's something that should be, you know, forgotten so lightly. Some people are content with forgetting that this is a union of 50 states, and all 50 of us have to get along in order for this system to work. Anyway, that's all I'm going to really say about politics, but back to this game. We've got a Queen Elizabeth here. We finally managed to survive this nonsense for long enough to get basically well and clear of enemy fire. And there's our fire on Queen Elizabeth. We're just going to keep plinking at her over the island here. You know, thumb our nose at the Queen. She's now on fire twice. Clear enough? No, we're not clear enough to bring all of our guns to bear. Oh! Well, she's close enough to the island that I have to turn and shoot at the Cleveland now. Sailing away. And that Queen Elizabeth is burning! Hey, buddy. How are you doing today? I hear you like fires. So we put fires on your fires so you can have fires while you're being on fire. Yes. There's enough battleships here that I think that we can sit here for a little bit and, take pot shots at the Queen as she comes around the corner, broadside to us. We might actually switch to the AP on this next salvo. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? I start her on fire again. Twice. Twice! He's not having very good luck with my HE right now. He's gonna have even less luck with my AP. Holy cow! 10K in one salvo. Dear Queen Elizabeth, please burn. Sincerely, Dmitri. Oh, come on. That was so my kill, too. I did all that work on that. Makes me sad. Well, we're going to be in a good position to take out this Cleveland as he sails broadside now. We'll engage him with the APs. Hopefully get some citadels, maybe kill him. Or do very little damage because he's angling away now. That was a big hit on that Queen Elizabeth. I did not think that that was going to happen. That was crazy. This is probably a mistake. We got a Fuso coming in. I'm willing to make this mistake. We got 130,000 damage in a tier 6 cruiser. I think we're gonna be okay. Get me around the corner. I want to shoot at the Cleveland. Secure the kill. Secured. Fire burning. Whew. Did I mention how much I love this boat? And look, another fire! We have gotten 16 fires this match. 16! That's right, 1-6. I wish I could continue to engage this Fuso. Be nice to sneak something over this island, but I don't think we're gonna get any over. No. Oh, did we? We might have. No. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we're pretty much out of this fight permanently now. Well, high caliber, way to go. Yes. Arsonist would be nice, but Arsonist isn't you only get Arsonist if you get a kill. You have to do, what is it, like 60% of a ship's hit point pool in fire damage? Or something like that in order to get Arsonist. It's some absurd number. No! My spotting plane there, my fighter to come back around. Come on, fighter. Come play Tier 9 with us, French battleships. The games are dreadful tonight. Well, we're actually gonna be taking a break after this, so I missed. It would. There we go. They shouldn't be missing too much. Yes, please engage those other ships. Do not engage the broadside cruiser. No, go away. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Yes, keep turning. No, don't look at me though. Just ignore me. You're fine. You're fine. No, I said ignore me. Oh, that dispersion is glorious. I'm still alive. But I'm not yet dead. I'm like that guy in Monty Python. And we're just racking up the damage here. This has been a fantastic game. So after this, we are going to have our mandatory one match. That's 17 fires now, by the way. Our match in the... there's another one. There's the Confederate... We have 18 fires in this match. This ship is burning from stem to stern, and there isn't a dang thing he can do about it. Give me one more fire on that aft section. That would just complete this. Give me the... Oh! 152,000, 18 fires? Holy cow. Oh, we had better be the top of our team. That was insane. Yeah, we definitely ended up on the top of the team with that mount. Yep. Look at that. 1930 in base XP. That's insane. Fire damage. Only 54,000 of our damage was done in fire. That means 100,000 of it was done between our shells. 20 of which, half of our AP shell damage came in one salvo against a broadside Queen Elizabeth. Jeez. IFHE and 18 fires. Now, I do also have Demo Expert to offset the fire loss from IFHE. So, kind of, sort of offset it. So, very, very potent combination. That was an insane match. Okay, so we are obligated, because that is our live stream staple, to break out the Montana. You would think I would have it fully set up, because... You know, it's not the first time that I've played this ship. We've got all of our Captain XP flags. Let's go. Yeah, 50k in fire damage. That's intense. I am actually surprised that Arsonist is set up the way it is. And it's hard enough to get that I think that they should have one for starting fires. Get 10 fires started in a match and get something. Maybe not 10, maybe 15. That's an unusually high number. Whew. So while this is loading in, yep, there's the start of the match. Well, we'll let this roll for a couple more seconds here. Oh, Gorhajas is back. This time he's on our team, and we're facing off against Jinx, as one of the STW guys on the other team. So we're gonna look at the stream schedule real quick here. No, never mind. I'm just kidding. We'll go back to the game. We'll talk about the stream schedule after this game. Okay, so we are in Montana. Montana is the cruiser murdering specialist. One of the only mods that I have in this game. The blast bags. Holy cow! Come back here. Can't really see them very well, and the game is not allowing me to really show them. Okay, there you go. What? No, go back to the back ones. Jerk face. You see the black object near the base of the barrel there up against the turret? Those are called blast bags or barrel bloomers. They are there to keep seawater out and all that stuff. In game, they're actually a lighter color of they're like a dark gray or a dark brownish color, like really dark color. I prefer them to be black because that's what they are in the real world. The only other mod that I run is the same thing, but for the New Orleans blast bags. They are also black in real life. I can only find one photo. could only ever find one photo of them in real life that had white, and that was the Astoria. And, really? Come on, man. You're in a cruiser. I'm in a tier 10 battleship with a 17-second rudder shift time. Anyway. So, I'm headed towards B. Now, people are wondering why. Why would you take a Montana to B? And that's because if they go to A, I am going to see a lot of broadsides. If they go to C, I am going to see a fairly decent number of broadsides. I won't say I see a lot of broadsides, but we'll see some. So, oh, Akizaki. There's the Yue Yang there as well. Nice if Mr. Ognavoy would spot him again, but we're not going to have anything else to really shoot at right away. Is slowing down. We'll go ahead and put shot out on him. I think those are going to miss. We overlet him. And we got one overpen. Alright. It'll work. So hopefully we can get our stealth to behave here and we can disappear again. And now we've got broadside battleships and cruisers to shoot at because they went A. Just need spotting over there. This is a repeat problem from previous matches. Yada, 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 yada. Donskoy is going away, so we won't bother to shoot at him. Gascon. Much rather have that Missouri, but... We seem to be having a problem with spotting. Now we can't even see him. What the heck? Here's the Missouri. Missouri is moving full flank. Whoa! All skill, all skill. Every last bit of it, all skill. That whole torpedo dodge, all skill. I was lying. It was luck. Really? Yang. We're gonna keep turning here. Do you see what I see? I don't know that we're gonna get it to work, but we're gonna try it. Nope. Not gonna get it to work because I overled him too. Well. He was broadside. If he doesn't change his attitude, by attitude I mean his angle, that'll be kind of a disappointing surprise. Those are torpedoes from Akizaki. Stop! It's hammer time! Same. Terrible driving by the cruiser. Well, I mean, some of it's my fault. You know, you use the term fault loosely here because it's hard to really say that there's a fault there. I don't know. I saw on screen while playing Sharnars, 410 minutes should come into my rear turret and destroy my turret, and I was like, at least it was the rear turret. If it was the front turret, one of the front turrets, that would be especially bad, but, you know, being as it was, I would much rather lose the rear turret, which is of limited real use, than than a front turret, which are very useful. Dev strike on Yamato when? Not, of course. There is also a Z-23 floating around here, so we don't want to hang around too much if we can avoid it. Gascon is shooting HE. And of course, no spotting, because that's how this team is working. Losing the spotting game. There's also a Missouri over here that I can't see. To engage. Those are going into the side of the mountain, courtesy of Wargaming's aiming system. We got an overpen out of it. Yamato is headed the other way. So at this point, it's kind of a matter of what can we do here. That Montana is sniping, but this Grozavoy is really an issue. Because he can better see us than we can him, obviously. Those are actually, I think, Grozavoy shells. Alright. Whatever, man. So, still trying to get broadsides. No joy. Yeah, there's the Grozavoy. Well, that Grozavoy is stupid. He's probably wishing he would have gone a different direction. Need more John Cena? Yes. You're now invisible. No, Missouri, go back broadside. That was more entertaining. Fine. We'll settle for the Dmitry Donskoy. At least the hope of hitting the Dmitry Donskoy. And half of those are also going into the side of a mountain, courtesy of Wargaming's really awesome aiming system. We're gonna turn in. You know, at this point, I think if we don't YOLO rush, we're gonna lose this. So, we're just gonna turn in. We're gonna hope this Missouri decides to do broadsidey things, like it looks like he's going to be doing. We'll continue to engage his sides and hopefully get some damage. Yeah, 9K. That's a fairly decent amount for the angle of the dangle here. It's turning out in a way I hope you were detected by him permanently. Boo. Gascon! Yep, he's there. I'm kind of not afraid of Gascon. I kind of am afraid of Gascon. I don't know. That hurts. 11K. I'm more worried about Gascon ramming than I am him actually doing damage and killing me. I don't think he can actually win the gunfight. He does have the most annoying HE spam possible, but that's about the extent of his capabilities. Plus, he's angled in towards us, so we're gonna try and take out guns. Missouri is not super focused on us. Yes. Yes. Secondaries have started us on fire. So I am going to actually try and take out his forward gun mount here as it turns towards us. It's turning. Turn in. Derp the gun. So he is now a battering ram. A really poor battering ram, but he is a battering ram. So we're going to turn away and we're going to utilize this. Hey, buddy. That is by far the most ruthless thing you can do to a French battleship, is take out the turret. We may not do very well in this match, but I'm going to enjoy the ever-living piss out of the fact that he was not able to do anything except for turn himself into a glorified ram at this point because of his lack of a forward gun mount. Holy cow. Oh, that has to be the most infuriated Gascon right now. That is definitely how you take advantage of these poor French cruisers. Or battleships. Same difference. Battleships, cruisers, whatever. Gorgo spot the Shima. Or not the Shima, the Missouri. His broadside, and I would like to shoot at him. There he is. I remember when that was you and you were not happy. That's so true. That is the One of the most frustrating things to have happen to you in this game is losing turrets. Especially when there is zero hope of them ever coming back. It would be one thing if it was like a, you know, a brief loss, but nope, there's nothing brief about it. It is purely unadulterated hatred. Shooting at the Donskoy, maybe we'll get lucky. Nope, he's turning out and away. Boo. Ooh, yo yang. Oh, and it's Jinxed even. Or Jinx. Shh, Nikes. No bueno. Lots and lots of Drano. I don't want to... I'm located, but not spotted. Need my spotting plane to come back around. Okay, so he was going this way. The hope is that when I spot him, I can take him out, and we're going to keep our repair party. We're detected? Where is he? He ain't that stealthy. Dang it! Ah! Ugh! He survived that only by virtue of our team not being able to cap anything. Oh. Well, we ended the night on kind of an interesting note. Not the best game in Montana ever, but we had fun with our food. We played with our Gascon food. And we're going to have to call it a night, unfortunately. But before we do that, we're going to go over to our stream schedule here. Today, obviously being the 21st, we are almost done with live streams for the year, or for the month, not year. Wow. Whoa. We're almost done with live streams for this month, but expect a new live stream schedule to come out April 26th, 2018, 6 p.m. Central Time. That's like midnight in the UK. Hope to see you guys there. I know that that's a Thursday, but hopefully a large number of you guys will be able to show up. Anyway, I'm UrPeaceKeeper. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to have everything working correctly for next live stream so that we're back on YouTube gaming instead of on YouTube events. Anyway, take it easy, have a good night, and thanks for watching.